take us through that last play.
Well, you get one time down. You're in a Hail Mary situation. They're in a prevent defense. You want to first start off by giving the quarterback time. You know you're going to see a light box look. You know you're not going to get an all-out rush in that situation. So, you know, Coop had time to get back, kind of crow hop into it, found Jesse down the seam there, and you know, in that situation, we're telling our guys don't ever go down with the ball. You know, it's touchdown or turnover. So he alertly found Corey Willis, who was in the trail position on there, and you know, Corey did the rest. So it's an improbable finish, but it's a situation that we've practiced and rehearsed, and so you know, we were able to execute and pull out the win. I'm very proud of our team, the way we played, not just in the last play of the game, but the entire 4 quarters. It was a back and forth game. It was a hard-fought game against an excellent opponent, you know, and you know, I'm sure a lot of people probably wrote us off there when we went down 14-0, but we didn't write ourselves off. We just kept battling and worked our way back into the game, and you know, what were we? I usually don't pay attention to the lines, but I think we started the week off 20-point underdogs. So, you know, I had, you know, we're kind of playing with house money a little bit. You know, we didn't really have anything to lose and everything to gain. So,
with the way the game ended, John, maybe lost in that in the memory of it was that you were down 14-0 in the first quarter. What was it that turned it around for you? I mean, you knew you had to control the ball against.
And we stumbled out of the blocks offensively. I thought we played really good defense in the early part of the football game. It was back and forth. It was a defensive battle, and then we sort of found our rhythm a little bit on offense, and we started to put some drives together, and you know, we got some things working, and I think it was the first score that really gave us life, and. You know, we just kept telling the guys, just keep playing. Don't look at the scoreboard. Keep your head down and keep grinding. And, you know, let's figure out what we got to do better and keep working. But, you know, they're a great football team. You know, this is a great victory for us, great victory for our program. And you know, I'm super. I don't even know what to say up here right now, to be honest with you. I'm still shaking. And.
Coach, when you talk about the intentional grounding, you said you talked to the rep beforehand. The team comes onto the field thinking the game's over.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say in the huddle after you find out you get one more play?
Well, I told Coach Watts to get ready for one more play because I thought there wasn't a receiver in the area when they threw it up down there. So we practiced that same play, you know, but we usually have a split receiver. It's got to be in the vicinity of that. You know, the clock doesn't stop until it doesn't matter if the clock is not supposed to stop until the ball hits the ground. So even if it's out of bounds 20 yards, it's still gonna, you know, it's usually easy. You're thinking in that situation, 6 seconds or less. That's the call that you want. But I didn't see the formation on their sideline. I didn't know if they had a receiver out there and he didn't get downfield, or I think they may have even had a tight end on that side. So.
You talk about Conklin in the game he had. It looks like he's, you know.
He's an electric player. I mean, that's a kid that was a walk-on, you know, transferred, was a basketball player at Saginaw Valley. So, you know, sat out a year, played behind Ben McCord last season and primarily on special teams. And he's just a really good athlete, and he's a weapon for us.
One thing that really stood out to me was the tackling from your defense. Very sound, fundamental. Is that something you preach every single day?
Every single day. You know, we teach tackling the very first day of spring practice, first day of training camp. We review it throughout the year, and when we teach it, we usually do it during a special teams period, and everybody tackles, wide receivers, running backs, the tight ends, everybody learns how to tackle. It's something that I brought from the NFL, being a special teams coach. It's always important to, you know, start with the fundamentals. And we finished the year last year a good tackling team. I felt like, you know, in preseason, what I saw from us in our scrimmages, I felt like we were a good tackling team. And last week, certainly we tackled well, and it was good for us to play an opponent of the caliber of Oklahoma State with the skilled players that they have and continue to be a good tackling team.
John, can you talk about playing against the no-huddle offense?
It's tough. I mean, they definitely stress you. I mean, they can wear you down. You know, the hardest thing, I think, in preparing for it is that, you know, it's very difficult to simulate that speed during the week in practice. You know, we had a couple periods against our own offense where we would go no huddle, but you know, I thought our defense played pretty darn good. I mean, that's an explosive team. They've got a lot of weapons. You know, to be able to stop them, slow them down, get turnovers against them, it's big. So I'm very happy with our defense. I'm just happy with our whole team. You know, we'll look at it. Obviously, we'll see a lot of things that we need to work on and things that we need to correct as we move forward. But right now, I'm just going to enjoy this one till about 2 or 3 in the morning tonight, and then I'll get up at 5:30 and start to work on UNLV.
Coach, you've been a part of a lot of games, NFL and now in the college. Where does this one rank?
It's right up there. You know, I think it's definitely the number one collegiate game I've been involved in, and you know, it kind of reminds me of an overtime game, divisional championship game we had in Green Bay against Seattle. Al Harris picks it off and ends it in overtime. You know, after Hasselbeck had said that we'll take the ball and we're going to score. It was kind of like that.
Coach, I know you weren't here for the Bahamas Bowl miracle, but does Cooper Rush have a little magic in those fingers?
I think so. I think the difference between this one and that one is we won the game this time.
Coach, if I could take you back to earlier in the game when you had it 1st and goal at the 3, and you had ended up having to settle for a field goal, and you took a delay game penalty on that field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Was that an intentional delay?
Yeah, if you saw, we had a wide receiver split out on the sideline. They were alert and covered it. We were going to take a shot at touchdown if they didn't cover it, and save the timeout, take the delay, just kick the field goal. So that's something that, you know, we practice. We always have it ready, and we kind of went into this game. I told the team last night that we were going to be aggressive, we were going to take shots, and we were going to give ourselves every opportunity to win the football game. And you know, that's kind of a win-win there. You know, it's a point-blank field goal. If they cover it, you just take the delay and kick it. If they don't, you get a shot at maybe scoring 6.